Hi guys. I wasn't planning on live streaming because I did an arrangement, did some work just now. So I thought I'd settle the chat box in this OBS. It's so frustrating. I couldn't get it to work. It worked the first time. I mean, some of you guys saw it. It's okay. How you guys doing? Jack Coburn, Cockburn, how do you deal with the HBTE? Noise? HB? Oh, okay. The TE70. I thought it's well, you can actually how should we say it? Replace or use a noise gate if you want to, but I would suggest just changing the pickups. Yeah, don't even spend the money on the noise gate. Oh, wait, you ultimately in the end you will still need a noise gate one way or another. But I think it'd be best to have like a what you call it, a set of noiseless pickups. Yeah, that would go a long way. Mine is not. It's not even noiseless. Mine is like the high gain, well, not even high gain. The what you call it, the Seymour Duncan hot tally, right? So when you hear the brand as hot tally, you would thought that it would be real noisy, but it's not. It's okay. It's okay. How you guys doing? Hi. Hi, Dennis. Yeah, we're just asking you, like, with your kids gone and everything, like, is it boring, like, you and your wife? I'm just like thinking of the day when my eldest daughter has moved out, right? So she's with her husband, who incidentally is a great drummer. My second daughter is just waiting to have a boyfriend. So when she's married and gone, just me and my wife and my son. So I know I'm gonna be missing them because I'm really missing my eldest daughter. So how do you cope, Dennis? You and your wife? Hi, David. Oh, okay. All right. I'll be praying for you, David Asklin. You okay? Have you checked out? Like, is it, is there anything serious other than maybe just a flu? Oh. Yeah, no, it's like, oh, you do, Joe. Same here. Yeah, same there. Yeah, I love my kids. I love my girls. Especially my firstborn. She's really close to me. I love her to bits. And she's talented. She's funny. She always makes me laugh when she's around. And then I can hear her singing in the hall every time. I can hear her laughter. And she gets herself married, and then they moved out, and then you're kind of like, oh, I miss that voice. Yeah, it's me here, right here. It's okay. I'm getting used to it. David, I'll pray for you right now. Lord, I just ask you, Jesus, to heal David, even as he's been discharged from hospital. I just pray, Lord, that you watch over his health, that you cover him with your blood and make him feel a lot better, Lord. Just take away the infirmity that's in his body. And thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay. So it's a surgery infection. All right. I hope you get well soon. We'll be praying for you some more. Yeah. Oh, man, this is the first time I prayed on a stream. Hope this will not be the last time, but anyway. Hello, Estalon Argarwan. Wow. I like this two names, Estegon Argarwan and Alvin Elvin. You guys sound like Sound like some character from that movie. What's that movie? Lord of the Rings. Yeah, you guys sound like you're from Lord of the Rings. That's a nice name. Yeah. So, hey, David Escalane, are you currently at home or are you still in the hospital? Sounds like it. Thank you. Oh, you're still in the hospital. Well, that sucks, man. You watch my videos to keep you company. There are a whole lot of videos in YouTube actually. Recently, I just saw a video of Leonard Skiller, or Lee Skiller, Leonard Skiller, and I love his bass playing to bits. And he was sharing a whole lot of stuff recently on YouTube about the sessions that he did, back then in the 80s. Mm. Ah, yeah, Dwight. Not really. I love the movies though. I used to love. I'm a horror fan, and I used to love Interview with Vampire, the whole series. But I stopped reading that. It's just a waste of time after a while. But once you get into it, you just kind of like get addicted, like a TV series. You get addicted to it. Mm. Yeah, yeah. He's a great player. Let me know who are your favorite drummers. Yeah, yeah, Anne Rice. That's right. I was a fan of Anne Rice until I decided. Yeah, I don't think it's a good topic to go after. Steve Harris. Ah, okay, okay, Alvin. Oh, gelato. Alessandro just sent me a picture of gelato. Oh, nice. Oh no, that's I thought it was gelato. It's just his dough for his bread for tomorrow. Cool. GR Anazzoni? Where from which group? Oh, Chester Thompson. Yeah, it's great. All right, cool. You just got yourself a player series. Mm. Was it expensive? Great choice, Dennis. Yeah, I like his drumming too. Fantastic player. A bit hairy though. Yeah, she's a Christian now. Well, I think she's a Catholic right now, and I think she written a book about Jesus when he was young. So I didn't read that book. You know, she's a great writer though. Peter Wildoer. Oh, okay. Nice. All right, David. Sleep tight. Yeah. Hope to see you up and about soon. Simon Phillips. Cool. Yeah, he's a great drummer. But I know, even though he's a great drummer, I always felt that he wasn't a good match for the group Toto. Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I think he's a great drummer. It's just that I find that he doesn't really fit into Toto. After Jeff Porcaro, it's really hard to find a replacement. But Carlo Vegas would be the right choice for Toto. But then he passed away around the same time that Jeff Porcaro did. I don't know who else would be a great drummer for Toto. G.R. Robinson, maybe. G.R. Robinson, yeah. Matt Sorum, yeah. Heard of him. Oh, yeah, Steve Smith is a great drummer. For Journey, yeah. Okay, Pooh. Bye. This is not a stream anyway. I'm just testing things out. So, but anyway, you guys are here. I might just show my face. What? It cost you $535 on Tom as a B stock. Wow. What? They actually have Fenders. Yeah, that's the thing about it. Because I think you're right. I think they have like B stock for Fenders in Toman. The problem is that they can't sell it to me. They cannot sell it to me. Because we have a distributor here that is selling Fender guitars, and they just refuse to sell me any guitars that's from Fender or from Gibson. Bummer. What's my favorite Toto song? Oh, that's a hard one. Georgie Porgy? No. My favorite Toto song is The Girl with the Golden Gun. Yep. The Girl with a Golden Gun, or this is a song called Mama from Hydra. Nice song. It's either The Girl with a Golden Gun, Mama, or the other one from Turn Back, Eleanor. Turn Back, Goodbye Eleanor. Love that song. Bye, Mitzrayel. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao. Hi, Vernon. Your Legacy special has a nut brown nut. I'm kind of wanting to keep original nut on there. Any ideas? Oh, okay. Since you guys are here, let me just show you a little bit. What you do? You get a sandpaper. Any sandpaper will do. The finer grain it is, the better it is. So I don't know where you can see this. This is like, you needed it to be real close up. Alright. Can you see this? So what you do, you have to kind of like figure out which string is going out of tune. Alright, that is going out of tune. So it could be most of the time it's either the third string or the D. It's between E, B, the E string, the B string, the G string, or the D. The A and E real seldom, but it's always good to check. So what you do is you tear up like a piece of sandpaper, take out the strings from the net. And just file like this. Just file. I don't think you can see this. Can you see this? Take a real small piece. All right, like that. and go in, right, into the slot of the nut, right, and then you just file the side. Don't file in. Or you could do, you can bend your paper like this, so that it has a corner, and then you just file along the side of the nut, not in, because if you're gonna file in, the nut the string will go in, and it's not good for your action. Then you have string buzz and all that, right? So just file along the side, just carefully file along the side. This will work most of the time, okay? And if you have more problem with the tuning even after filing, then this is the best. Pencil lead. Just go across the groove, and it would solve most of the problems with tuning. The other thing that you can get, I know some of you guys thought that this is like a welder, like a welder piece of equipment, like a welding piece of equipment, but it's not. It's actually a filing key that I bought from AliExpress. This is this thing. Can you see this? Oh my! This autofocus is really bad. Yeah. Okay. So it has different gauges for different strings, and then you can just same thing. You just go across the side. Don't go down. Just go across the side, and I use this for most of my guitars when my guitars are very I know there's a problem in the nut. I'll use this, and but I'll first use the sandpaper, because the sandpaper is real fine, so you don't do much damage. That is like a crude tool when you have no other options. Okay. I hope this helps. Hi, Guitar Journey. Yes, Alessandro, I saw the picture. Bellissimo. Bella, bene. No, who do I look in all? Everyone. There's so many good players out there. Every time I watch a YouTube video, oh my god, my jaws would drop. You're so good. There's so many players out there, David's asleep, Dwight. Yeah, he just said that he just knocked off because of the morphine. I guess they administered the morphine for his pain. No, Alessandro, no. They're not burglars' tools. You're welcome, Vernon. And I know it's a pain every time you have a guitar with a tremolo arm, and then if the thing is not set up, it's really frustrating because you couldn't get it in tune. Every time you wang a bar, you wang up, it's out of tune. So there are many reasons for that, and the bulk of the reason is because of the nut. 95% of the time it's just the nut. Sometimes it's because of, like in the case of my GNL Comanche, it was because of the pick guard that was catching up with the tremolo bridge. So that was a problem. But most of the time it was the nut. I have a good number of Strat players. Yes, Dwight. What good news do you have in your mail? Sure. My favorite Strat players are Vince Gill. Great. He has great. his Strat sounds so good. Vince Gill. The other Strat player that I really like is Mark Hoffner. And Richie Blackmore. Yeah. And Jeff Beck, right? Of course, Jeff Beck. And Eric Clapton. Yeah. All these are the standard guys. I like the way who is this Richie Blackmore plays his Strat, because he had this high gain thing there, but he's still stuck onto his single coils. And I respect him for that because he didn't fall into the temptation of getting a humbucker for his last bridge pickup. All along his career, he was just using single, 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 and it sounded so nice, so good. Yeah. No, Alessandro, I'm waiting for you to build me a guitar. Yes, Rory Gallagher. I don't listen to a lot to him. He's a great blues player. He was so big, but I wasn't into blues back then when I was young, so didn't listen to a whole lot to his music. Forgive me for my ignorance. Gosh, is it that time? No, no, it's still early. It's still early. Thank you, Luton Massive. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? What? Thomas Book. Hi, Patrice. Yeah. Everybody's going degen. Okay. Excuse me, time. No, no, no. Yeah, Vernon, but he has a great strat sound. I know he plays tally a lot, but he also plays strats a lot. Well, he's got a great tally. He's got a great strat sound. Every time I pick up a strat, right, and if it's a single chord, like the Japanese white strat that I have, single single, I will always wonder, like, my the tone that is in my head was Vince Gill. It has to sound like Vince Gill, and that's the ultimate strat sound for me. All right. Oh, Dave Murray. Mm. Oklahoma. Oh, okay. Also, one more thing, but that's probably one of the first rock guys using melody in the Roxanne. Yes, yes, you're right. You picked up a blues boy last week. Oh, cool. Which one do you picked up, Black Barn? Do you picked up the Fullerton Deluxe or the Tribute? Thomas Buck. Oh, sorry, Holga. I'm Hoagie. I'm not really familiar with a lot of music that's coming from Germany. Yeah, you're right. Everything Vince touches is gold. Hi, Luca. Oh, I love Tommy Emmanuel. Great player. Again, I don't listen a lot to him. He's a great friend of my good dear friend and brother Rex Go. So Rex stays in Sydney, so he tours with him every now and then, and yeah, I hear a lot of stories about him from Rex. He's a great, phenomenal player. Yeah. Eric Johnson, yes, Eric Johnson's got a very unique tone, and I think part of his tone is the scales that the notes that he favors, certain notes that he favors with the pentatonic, but he approached pentatonic scale in a very different way. You got the tribute. Are you liking it, Black Barn? Do you like the guitar? You're from Croatia. Guten Tag, Helmut. Rifle shell, rifle shell. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. Uh, yes, Hocus Pocus. Yes, yes, Guitar Journey. I heard that Jen had come in. Great group. Hi, Rod. How's everything in California? Which part of California are you from? Hi, Tim. You're looking at Harley Benton. You want a warm classic rock sound. Well, get the 59s if you can. If you can find a original 59s. But there are a whole lot of pickup makers out there, and I get questions like this all the time. Which pickups do I recommend? In fact, I can't honestly recommend any pickups because there's so many pickups out there, and it's totally dependent on what genre of music you're playing. So it's kind of like hard for me and unfair for me to kind of like say, okay, you should get this pickup and this model because I don't know what sort of genre of music you're playing and how do you approach guitar playing. So it has to be you. You have to like kind of like go down to the Seymour Duncan website or the what's the other one? The Marcio website or any of the Sir website. Websites that or companies that manufacture pickups and take a look at their demos, take a listen, and if that sound strikes you, that's just what happened to me because when I chose the pickups for my HSH Harley Benton, it's the same thing. I went to the website in for Seymour Duncan's, and I chose the whatever pickups they have, the hybrid, hybrid 59s and all that, and okay. Yeah, I like the sound, so I bought it and had Wayne install it for me. Same with my Tally, from Harley Benton. The hot Tally pickups. The same thing. I heard the demos. I liked the demos, and I thought, okay, that would suit this pickup. This set of pickups would suit this guitar. Yeah, and I was right. It fits the guitar to a T. Sometimes you don't even have to change pickups because if the pickups comes stock and they sound good, why fix it when it ain't broke? Right? No, I haven't tried it, David Allen. Dankeschön, Hamid. Dankeschön. Danke. Yeah. The SC450, right? The SC series, in fact, from Harley Benton, their pickups are really sweet sounding. Alessandro, you think it'd be easier to build electric guitars instead of acoustic? Yeah, I think so. I think electric guitars. I personally think that electric guitars are easy to build than acoustic because there's so many things about acoustic guitar that you need to be careful of, like the bracing, the X bracing, the type of wood, the side, the backs, even the neck. Yeah, but electric guitar is like once you find a good slab of wood, like like your maple or your mahogany or whatever you're using, the swamp ash, and you're set for the body. You just have to shape it, make sure that it's comfortable. But I think electric guitar are, it pays a lot of attention to the art, the art and the color, the painting, the paint work. I think paint work is really important for electric guitars because you need to have an electric guitar that looks good and plays well and feels good. So yeah, that's the only thing that I think. But I think in terms of guitar building, I think the acoustic guitar is even harder to build. That's why I think I'm not a guitar builder. So yes, I have tried the Fender Tex Max pickups. They're really good. Yeah. Again, it's dependent upon your style of playing. Said the Heli, the Heli, the Heli, the Heli or Heli? My German is too heavy. Okay, Heli. Have you ever tried two different guitars with identical pickups, but again, it sound different? Why is that? Maybe the wounding isn't accurate. Hey guys, this is not a stream. It started out as a testing thing. So I just thought, yeah, okay. Okay, I'll try to answer this question. Guitar Journey asks, have you ever had two different guitars with identical pickups, but it sounds different? Yes, I had. are the made in Mexico Fender Richie Sambora and the Luke, the Music Man Luke. Both have identical pickups. They have the Luke EMG sets. Now you may be thinking that EMG sets, so they are all generic. They're all like active pickups. They should sound the same, but they don't sound the same. Um, a lot of it, I think, has to do with the guitar itself. The shape, the wood, the body wood, and the neck, the thickness of the neck, and there's a whole lot of other stuff like um, the parts are all the same, right? Everything is the same. As far as electronic goes, everything is identical. It's just that the Mexican has a what does it has? That's alder, right? Alder body wood. The Music Man Luke has alder too. Music Man has a roasted maple neck, right? With rosewood fretboard. The Richie Sambora has a maple neck with a rosewood fretboard. Almost similar, right? But sound totally different. Hi Pascal. Bonjour. Comment allez-vous? What? Good lord. Yeah, go for it, Tim. It's a great buy. I always tell people that the TE70, right? The black paisley is a great buy. Do I have patches for the Helix? Yes. No, not for sale though. I don't release patches. In fact, is actually you can try some of the patches that I have for the HS Storm. You can use this. You can use the patches that I release. Check out the video I had for the Line 6 HS Storm. You can actually use the same patches for your Helix. Yes, Rick. I think electronics plays a very important part in as far as tone and quality of guitar. Like a better quality guitar will have good electronics. That's a no-brainer. But sometimes companies tend to skim. Like I don't know. Maybe the electronics that they use have been tried and true for many models, so they kind of stick to that. But sometimes those electronics are like at most subpar. You know, I just wish that guitar companies would just pay a little bit more attention to the quality of their parts and stuff like that. Because it's so important to have a smooth part. Like I play guitars on stage all the time. I use volume swell. I'm one of the players who actually does all the volume swells and stuff like that on stage without using my volume pedal. So it's a joy to play with real smooth volume part. So far I'm really impressed with the GNLs. Although the GNL Comanches are the GNL Comanche volume part kind of seized up on me, probably because of the humidity in this room in this country. So after spraying it with contact cleaner, it kind of clear everything up. So I'm okay. Who is this? You're thinking of selling? I'm considering selling my Mesa Boogie in Paris to get a huge new. Oh wow! Oh, they came out with the floor. I don't know, Rod. I'm gonna check it out because I do not know who is bringing all this Hue and Kettner Black Spirit. It's interesting though. Yes, Alessandro. More tolerance and more creativity in electric. Well, you can get creative in an acoustic guitar too. I've seen great looking acoustic guitars. So you can do that too. But I think electric is easier to kind of like to make. Yes, Tim. How long have I been playing? Since I started late. I started real late. I started when I was like seriously playing guitar. Maybe around 15, 16. But that was just like trying to learn chords and stuff. I think I got real serious when I was like 21. Yeah, most after my stint in the army. We in Singapore we served 2 years in the army, so from 18 to 20, and we kind of get out of the army when we hit 20. So yeah, around that time, 1920, that's when I really got serious with my guitar because I didn't had no girlfriend. I was so lonely, so I spent most of my nights at home playing guitar. Mm. Okay, I would like to hear you with a 412-inch camera a lot. Yeah, I know you like. I also like to hear myself with a 4 times 12, but my neighbors wouldn't probably have a lot of stuff to say, and my front door will probably be vandalized, and the police will come knocking, and I'll probably quarantine. Bye, Rick. Bien? Hey, that's good. Hi, Paul. Yeah, it's impossible to create what Jeff is doing. It's impossible to create all these famous guitarists because they have their own way of playing it. You know. Night, Hoagie. Good night. Good night. Good night. Hi, Phil. Ah, okay. Welcome to the channel. Wow, you spent £3,000 on a Shure Standard Plus. Then I came across a HP, and thanks to you, I will save a whole lot of cash. You nearly spent it. Okay, good for you. Ah, that's a load of my mind. Look at this figure that I'm seeing on my chat screen. £3,000 for a guitar. £3,000 is like a 5,000 or 6,000 or maybe 5,005 Singapore dollars. That's a whole lot of money, you know. I just cannot in my head justify spending so much for electric guitar. There's so many good brands out there that doesn't cost that much. Bacchus guitars? No, I've not. I've not, Brian Kim. Brian Kim, are you Korean? Bye, Hamad. Bye, Ali. Sorry. Yes, Alessandro, I have. I have. This is a great community. They're all like, they just want to do music. They just want to play guitar. There's no ego problem. Well, most of the egoistic guys have kicked them out, so they're not a problem. Most of these guys here are all great people with great hearts. Mm. I hope so. Have you tried a Fender neck channel bound? What's that? Can you explain, B. Marto? What's a Fender neck channel bound? I'd like to learn. Brian? Yeah, Brian from the UK. Yeah. What's a Pascal? Pardon, but what is the Fender neck channel bound? Monsieur, please tell me. Bye, Hoagie. Do you think we as guitarists should focus more on chordal basis improvisation and soloing more than just playing a skill? Oh yeah. You know what guitar journey. I've repeated myself many times. Maybe not to you guys, but to my students that the ultimate aim of practicing, of endless hours of noodling at home and trying out skills and modes and all that. The ultimate aim, think about it. The ultimate aim is to make music, right? Is to make sweet music, so people can in the audience they can look at you and go, wow, this guy can really play, right? Or he's playing something that touched my heart and shed a tear or two. And that's the ultimate aim, and the ultimate aim of any musician, whether you're a violinist, cellist, singer, is to make music. So don't let that initial motive, disappear from your head. I know you can get carried away with the gear, with the scale, with speed, how fast you can play. You can get all carried away with that. I used to get carried away with all of that, but you know what? I never got carried away with scales because I just don't see the point of doing that. I just want to play lines that make sense. So I was more into control of the vibrato, control over the other strings, uh, stuff that makes musical passages instead of like playing a whole lot of notes and not making sense. It might sound really nice. It might sound really musical and all that sometimes, but I wasn't like going into that. I was more into making melodies. So keep that in mind every time when you're doing a practice session at home. Like I said in the last stream yesterday, I even with a major scale, you just have to make music out of a major scale, and try to stay away from pentatonic if you can, or rather add more notes in the pentatonic scale. Okay, be more to the question. As an older, I've been at the guitar for 2 years. What things do you think I should concentrate in my development? Listen to a whole lot of a whole lot of music, Brian. But I believe part of our younger education as a human being when we were starting out in our younger years, when we were in school, we read a lot, right? We read a lot of books, whether it's Enid Blyton or or any kind of novels, and we just read and read, and we gain knowledge. The same thing with music, even as a guitarist, you need to listen to music. You need to listen to what this band is doing, and kind of envision what is he playing. Because if you have been playing for 2 years, you kind of know what the chords are, and you probably know how to play a power chord. So when you're listening to a rock band, say for example, I'm just giving you a rough example. Take Bad Company for example, and listen to any of the songs and the riffs, and you can envision what is he playing. And once you kind of loving it, you kind of loving what they are playing, the riffs like rock steady, dun, 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 you hearing all that. Try on the guitar, and then try to get as close as you can, and after that you can have that as part of your muscle memory, or we call it bank, right? Riff banks in your memory, and that's how you start. If you hear a line that you like as a solo, you like, hey, rip it off, copy it. Try to get as close as you can, and then it's just a matter of picking up songs that you like and trying to learn and play the heck out of it. That's what I do when I first started, because, and like I said last night, record everything that you play. Record everything that you are attempting. For example, you are attempting a solo. Say for example, a solo from a famous song, like whatever you guys would play. A lot of you guys would play Hotel California, but yeah, it's a good start. Yeah, record it down. Record it with your iPhone or whatever you have, and record your playing, and listen back. Oh, did I screw up in this part? Oh, my phrasing. The way I bend. Analyze. I always tell my student, be your own worst critic. Always be critical of your playing, and then find a way to kind of like improve what you're doing. Synchro, Sweden. Play something for us. It's 4 a.m. in the morning, brother. I think I'll just keep this real quiet because I don't want to disturb my neighbor who are asleep. So sorry. What? Pascal. So ash body or outer body. What's the difference for you? Seriously, not that much. Yeah. If you're telling me about mahogany and a swamp ash, yeah, that probably will be a difference. Well, one of the differences is that mahogany is really heavy, but I like the swamp ash because of the grain that it has. So it looks beautiful. I prefer it than alder. Most of the time, if you have an alder body, it's mostly like a thick coat of paint, like a solid color. But a lot of times when you have a swamp ash body, the guitar companies will like to feature the grain. If you notice, like G&Ls, And there's another wood called Akuma, which I haven't tried yet. And they have beautiful grain, right? Thank you, Brian. So you're Korean, Canadian, okay? Which part of Canada? Yes, Jorge, Jorge. How do you spell? How do you pronounce it? I know it's a Spanish name. First of all, God bless and love your tone. How can I get better at guitar? It seems that all guitar books get boring, and all I want to do is learn techniques and song. Then do it. Learn the songs. If you find that guitar books can only get you that far, then listen to a piece of music. And if you whatever songs that you love, you have to love certain songs, right? Certain guitar songs, certain songs that are guitar heavy. So choose that song and learn the crap out of it. I used to do that when I was young. I used to learn songs from Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Hot Eagles. Sometimes when I'm doing like covers, like I do covers sometimes in my channel, like songs from Eagles and stuff like that. Like the last one I did was Take It Easy, right? I had to learn the solo, note for note, and I couldn't do it the way Bunny Leadon did it. He's the one who actually played the original solo, but I kind of like wing it, but try to get as close as possible, and but more importantly, I'm trying to get the same feel that he had on the original song because the cover I did was a whole lot slower than original. So even for that, right, I am still like learning the solos. So it's good. It's good. Don't take it as a chore. It's always good to learn what other people are doing, and then you can learn certain things from them. Like I learned a whole lot of stuff from Jay Graydon when he solos, and there's this song that he did. I believe it's under Planet. This group, or you can search for it. It's called Roxanne. Not the Sting Roxanne, not the Police Roxanne, but by Jay Graydon. Great love song, but that solo was so good. So I actually learned the solo note for note. I even had a video out for that actually. Old video that I did many years ago, and I copied the solo note for note. And I do that so that I can learn. Hey, I can kind of find out. Oh, what is Jay Graydon doing? Why does he do that ascending scale? And why does he choose the notes that he chose and the bends that he does? So that's a way for me to learn. All right. Hope this helped. Good night, Alkim. Good night. Uh. Oh. Okay. Hey, Gwenta. Stumble in. Stumble in. Don't fall. Or okay. Or Dennis, what'd you say? Oh, okay. Yeah. Singing the notes. Yeah, that's what I usually do when I'm in the studio. Back then, when I was recording a whole lot for my sessions, so the producers would play the song and say, "Okay, John, what do you think of this 8 bars? Do you think you can come up with a solo?" I say, "Yeah, of course. You pay me to do that." So I would sit there and listen to the song a couple of times and get the melodies in my head and translate what I have in my head into the fretboard. Sometimes I just need to sing it out, and sometimes I will sing it out for the producer. So what do you think of the line? You say, "Oh, can we tweak this one?" And you will hear my singing. You will kind of like, okay, maybe the last part, instead of going to a G, maybe you could go to an F sharp or something like that to make it a major 7 thing. So we could do a whole lot of stuff in the studio. So I usually do that last time. But can you record professionally with a looper? What do you mean record professionally, Alvin? What do you mean by that? Using a looper for an album? The rosewood fingerboard is embedded in the maple neck in the channel bound. The rosewood fingerboard is embedded in. Okay. Isn't that like any other any normal neck that we have, like a maple neck with with a rosewood fretboard? Who are you talking about, Vernon? About the getting the hands on the Legacy Special? Oh yeah, I haven't tried a Legacy Special yet. You're right. I should lay my hand. I'm waiting for the next shipment from G&L. I believe there are a couple of interesting models en route. Right? It's taking so long. Ciao, Stephen, Veroni. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Yeah, yes, Brian. Yeah, David Gilmour is such a simple player, but he's so full of emotion in his playing. So that's a special thing about him. All right, Kim. I know Brian. You could try it out and let us know. Okay. It'd be better to lay to your feet than sit here alone. I know some of you guys really like the Vox amp, right? They're good. Uh, but I'd rather have an amp that give me the versatility of tones instead of just a singular tone. Like this AC10 that I have here. You just just had this tone and that's it. Not much I can change. So in terms of versatility, I'm kind of limited. So actually, I'm actually looking and eyeing the Black Star Silver line that I reviewed, a couple of videos back. I thought that amp is really versatile. I don't know how to pronounce it now Jadal. I followed you for about a year. Have one HP TV40 and a regular Telecaster. I've not been able to play, but hope I can learn soon. Watching some videos, hopefully, also with lessons. I don't do lessons in my YouTube channel. Probably when I'm really retired, because I don't have time to actually plan out lessons in any case, I don't think I'm really qualified to teach. I can teach, but you get what I mean. I'm not really qualified to teach, so I can teach you certain things, but in the long run, you might probably want to get a more qualified teacher that teaches you how to read notes and, for example, how to read, sight read and stuff like that. Oh, okay, Kenneth. Thank you for explaining it. Okay, I now understand. Okay, there's a channel dugout and you just slide the fretboard right in. Yeah, okay. That would make sense. That would probably have more sustain than being using glue to stick, to stick the fretboard onto the neck. Hmm. Saving the record and then decide if you like it next. You play the loop recording into DAW. Yeah, you can do that. But then most DAWs have, instead of doing that, you might just record the DAW and loop it if you want to. And just cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste. You can do that on your DAW. So there's actually no need for you to use a looper. And if you can just treat whatever recording facilities there are in your DAW as a looper. I do that all the time. Like, there's an idea that I want to mull over. I just record like a 4-bar loop, a 4-bar passage, and just cut and paste, and I just play. And if I like what I'm doing, you can probably record it and just use it as your arrangement. But using a looper is a good idea to get ideas from. So when you're starting out with no idea of what you want to do, having a looper will kind of like give you a rough indication of what you're going to put into the tracks. Hi, Charlie, from Vancouver. Our guitar journey, have I composed music for TV or games or commercial? I played a lot of guitars for commercials. TV, not so, but I played in a movie once. No, I haven't composed any music for movies and stuff like that. Mostly secular songs, you know. Uh huh. Are you thinking of getting that, Brian? Are you thinking of getting that guitar with the three P90s? And I'm going to tell you first that they're going to be noisy. P90s are notoriously noisy, right? Hello, Aldo. How's the pickup on the D120? Uh, Refresh my memory. What is the D120? There's so many guitars that go through here. Which one is the? Wait, let me just Google this. Harley Benton D120. Ah, they are okay. They're it's pretty cheap, right? The guitar is really cheap. The pickups are from. I don't even think that they are from Fishman. It's some generic brand, you know. Or I mean, it's okay. You know, just okay. You know. Yeah, you can probably use it for looping and for the ambience. Yeah, for ambient music. Yeah. What do you think about the Line Six, Dennis? Line Six Spider amps. Not really a fan. Yeah, you know, I have a specific preference for amps. You know, I even though I mentioned that I like the silver line, I like it for the fact that it's if I'm not mistaken, it's still tube. You know, so I like tube amps. I just love the tube valves. You know, even for this, even though I mentioned that it has a kind of sound by its, you know, just one sound, but it's tube, and you can't dispute the fact that, you know, the tube sound is really really good, especially on this Vox amp. And it's very loud. That's the problem why I didn't play anything tonight. It's just too late. You have a Boss Katana, yeah, yeah. Wow, you know, yeah, yeah, right. I mean, yes, you can probably get a decent sound from some of these amps, like the Boss Katana, and that's the other one that I tried, the Yamaha THR. All right, and also the Black Star. You know, wow, the Black Star. Those are like modern amps in a way, like, you know, almost like the ones that you mentioned just now, the Line Six, Dennis, the Line Six Spider amps. They're almost in the same category. But I have no interest per se in amps like this. I'd rather have like a tube amp, you know, and a versatile tube amp if I can get one. Oh, it's 3:40 p.m. Yeah, it's about 4:50. What time is it? It's 4:10. Well, 4:10 a.m. Yes, Vernon. I'm a night owl. But I find way more. I find yes way more than I use. Oh yes, Dennis. I'm sure of it, because there's a whole lot of stuff that you can. You know, it's basically a pod in the amp. It's basically like a pod in the amp, and Line Six is really good at this. You know, this amp is catered for, you know, maybe you guys that just want an amp that is really versatile, and not really too picky about how it sounds like. But once you have tried a tube amp, you will know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Kenneth Anderson, not qualified. Oh yeah, not qualified for teaching, right? Yes. I always thought that, you know, I'm really not qualified. Um, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Tim. What are your opinions on Chinese clone, cheap versus brand name or boutique guitars expensive? Are they really worth the price? Or you should ask the other question: is it really worth the price when you're buying boutique pedals? Right? Is that what you mean, or are you talking about the Chinese clones? If I would have, like, you know, if the clone, I would try the clone first. You know, And half the time the Chinese clones are really not too shabby. They're actually not too bad. Mm. Yes, you're right. You're right, Brian. It's a little bit too loud. No, Pascal, I haven't heard of Sub-Zero amps. Yeah, I'm actually very sorry, Pascal. I'm very limited in my knowledge of amps because I haven't been playing amps for a long time. And the only amps that I'm really familiar with are the ones that I reviewed or the ones that I played before. And some of these new amps, like the huge Encatlas and some even the Mesa Boogies and some of the heavier ones. I have no experience in them. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Dennis. Hi, Detlef. Yes, Dennis. I unfortunately I haven't met a teacher like that in my lifetime. I used to have a teacher once. He's an old man now. Oh, I wonder where is he still around. Nice guy. He's a lovely soul, a sweet player, sweet musician, and I want to learn like well finger style playing like with a classical guitar. So he's really great at bossa novas and jazz standards. So I took lessons with him, just for 2 lessons because the first lesson he was like performing in front of me. It's like I'm paying him back then it was like $80 an hour or something like that, and he was just playing his stuff in front of me, but not teaching me. He just like playing what he, kind of showing me what he can do. Second lesson, I thought that maybe he'll start teaching. No, it's the same thing. He's just playing his music, so I didn't continue after that. Nice guy though, lovely, sweet man. Um, the reason so that I had a looper plugged into my amp, so I don't have to have my dog connected to my amp. Oh yeah, sure, that's what I meant. Yeah, if that's like a drawing. No, Alvin, I understand what you're talking about. So that's more like a drawing board. But in the end, if you're gonna get it professional, you're gonna need to isolate the track. So you need to record it on the DAW after all. But what I'm saying is that you want to get your ideas a sketching pad. Yeah, by all means, use a looper. Brian, I know I tested it. That scares. Yeah, yeah, right. I had a friend, Jeffrey. If you haven't heard of Jeffrey, Jeffrey is the one who passed me quite a lot of guitars. He passed me the Eric Clapton D28 Eric Clapton and also the Stevie Ray Vaughan Fender Strat. So he actually bought the amp that I reviewed, a Black Star tube amp. Real nice. I forgot the model. Anyway, after reviewing that, he actually brought it home because he bought the amp, and he was so excited in trying it. He picked it up from my house about 12 a.m. in the morning. So by the time he got home, he was so excited that he just wanted to try it, and he didn't. He thought he plugged in a headphone, into the amp, but it wasn't plugged in all the way. So he played this chord, right? It was so loud it woke up the whole family. So that was pretty funny. Yeah. Yes, Kenneth. Not sure if you saw my question, but any reason why you mostly use just your 3 fingers in it? Oh, okay. That's because poor discipline. No teachers, no one to teach me that I should use my little pinky. So the fact of the matter is I used to play guitar with just 2 fingers. I just got by with 2 fingers. Crazy, right? And later on I found out, my third finger is kind of redundant, so I started using 3 fingers. But I never thought of using the fourth finger, except for chords. Yeah. Oh my good lord, you guys have so many questions. Okay, Brian, all right, okay. You love the vintage lines, yeah. Charlie Anderson, any news on your shipment from Toma? I want to see we could review the Harley Benton Future Pro. What? The SSP? Single P? What's that? What's that P thing? No, I didn't get that one, Charlie. I actually ordered a. Well, I'm not gonna tell you. When it comes, I'll review it. Let you have a little bit of surprise. Have you tried a Harley Benton tube amp? No, I have not. I have not. I'm sure it's pretty okay, I guess. Yes, Smurf. I noticed you used the Bluetooth mic all for over all the others. Is there a reason for this? Laziness. I just left it out here because anyone put into the dry cabinet. Most of my microphones are there. So are my cameras. I just didn't want like dismantle it. Put it in there every time I do it. So I just leave it out here. And I have two of these actually. Um, great mic, great mic. It sounds good for guitars. Sound good for vocal. So the other two mics, the other two tube mics are really good for vocals. Maybe not so. It's okay for guitar, but this sound the best with acoustic guitar. Bulgaria, yeah, Pascal. I've yet to try all these amps because, like I said, they're not available for me to try or to review. So, bummer. You have a Marshall 20 watt, cool. No, Star Dance. I have not tried. What's that? Emerald guitars. I haven't tried that yet, so I wouldn't know. Carbon fiber. Okay, can you please demo? Look, hey Greg. I would love to help you. I would love to review a whole lot of guitars, but I'm kind of limited in many ways because there's certain brands that doesn't actually arrive in Singapore, right? So I'm staying in Singapore. I'm not from the States, and we have a number of guitar brands, but compared to the States, they're still limited, right? So there's certain brands that that doesn't even pass by here, so there's no way I can review it. Blackfoot, I know the group. Song, maybe I heard it, maybe I did. Yeah, maybe I did heard it. Yeah, it sounds real familiar. Okay, bye, Vernon. Guitar Journey, you asking me or someone else about open tunings? Hi, Jim Lepino. Do you have a favorite mic or mic combination for amps and caps? You know what? I actually like the SM57 off axis for miking up an amp. But since I have this amp, the Langley, and even when the amps that comes through this room, I've used this tube mic and it sounded really, really good. It almost sounds the same as what I'm hearing on my ears. So I'm trying to duplicate the same sound that I'm hearing from my ears, because you're actually toning it to what according to what you hear. So it's quite a good representation of what I'm hearing. This mic I'm using, this SCT 800 from Toman, from T-Bone, this tube mic. The other one that I always use is the AKG 414, which is inside the dry box. That is also a pretty good mic. I would like to mic it like real close, but the standard mics that everyone uses is the SM57 because it's hardy. But I've tried miking an amp with a ribbon mic. It makes sense. But sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it gets a little bit too muddy, and then you don't want to do a whole lot of post equalization on it. You just want to, my philosophy of recording is to get a working signal to begin with, like an acoustic guitar. Once I mic it, it has to sound almost 70% or 80% there. And that's saying a lot because I would love to get it 95%. But sometimes due to the environment that you're in, the limitation of your mics and stuff like that, you can't possibly reach the target. So 80% to 90%, as close as you can get without having to do any post equalization, and that would be the ideal, because no matter what, during the mix you will have to EQ your guitars, no matter what. And if anybody tells you that they don't, they are lying, because every song that you hear on the market, on the CDs, they all have gone through extensive EQ and compression, right? But going to, okay, thank you, Kenneth. Yes, Jim Simon from Detroit. Welcome. I hope you guys have subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna put this thing in. Is there? No. Yeah. What is this? I know Black Star is a 1 watt. Yes. That's that was something that I wanted to try, but then the COVID thing happened. That's an interesting amp. It's a real small little amp, but you need a cabinet for that. So you could always choose a cabinet that's not too big, right, Brian? So that could be flat friendly. Hi, John Johansson. Oh yes, Guitar Journey. Okay. Yes, I think I answered this yesterday. That I like open tunings. I like open chord tunings. But most of the time, if I were to use open chord tuning, it will probably be for the acoustic, and maybe for some slide work. But nothing too serious, Not like some of you guys. I know some of you guys are going for alternate tuning. It's like, it's out of the world. I'm actually a very simple person. I don't like to get my mind too complicated and just concentrate on what I'm playing. But some of you guys are so awesome, that you can multitask, you can think a whole lot of stuff, and I admire you guys so much. I admire guys who can play a fan fret guitar, because by looking at it, I was watching Lee Scala with his fan fret bass. I'm going, how in the world will you play this? I haven't played one yet, so I wouldn't know. But I really admire guys who have alternate tunings and doing all sorts of stuff. Geniuses. Oh, Pascal, I bought a lot of these. These are from Uniqlo. In case you do not know Uniqlo is a chain clothing store from Japan. I bought a whole lot of this, and they're comfortable because in Singapore it's really hot. So this has a lot of breathing material, so that it doesn't get sticky. I hate to get sticky. All right, Dennis, take care. Yeah, I need to go. Yeah, I need to go too. Can use SM57 without the grill, basically same as grills make the huge difference in sound shape it catches? No, not really. No, not really. The grill doesn't really make a whole difference. SM57 do have a grill, if you notice, just a different kind of grill. Yeah. I have guys who will use 58s when there's no 57s and sound the same. Yeah, I tried once. I like it. But I guess dobro, you need to play dobro as a dobro and not as a guitar per se. You need to play some slide on it. You need to have your action a bit high. So, yeah, maybe one day. You know what? I'm planning to learn pedal steel guitar, even lap steel and dobro. These are in my list of things to do. One guitar, one tuning, simple, and I can't be bothered to retune the guitar. Yeah. So you have, yeah. Oh, so Kenneth, you're also from UK. Yeah, Brian's from UK. Well, the next review I'm doing is something. Yeah, it's guitar. It's a guitar. Probably very soon. These few days. I'm getting the guitar tomorrow. I'm having my Tokai back after so many months away. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna find a place to stash it. God, there's not enough space in this room. But there's a guitar coming in. I won't tell you what guitar. And also, there's another review for the SSL interface that I had, and I haven't tried that yet. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Well, probably tomorrow I'll probably do the review for the guitar. Yeah, yeah, probably tomorrow. Latest the day after. No, no, I don't like. I don't really like too heavy a guitar. Yeah. Well, Pascal, it's 12 degree centigrade in your place now. That's cold, and it's like what? It's May. It's supposed to be spring, right? It's supposed to be spring now, heading to summer, and it's still 12. You learn. Oh, so you're from Cape Town. That's one place I wanted to visit actually, South Africa. I heard it's really nice. Yeah, never had a chance, so. Hmm. Well, actually, I wanted to solve something here, but apparently I cannot solve it. Um, Hold on, I need to do something here. So you guys just talk among yourself, okay? Just give me a second. I'm gonna try to do this chat thing again. Well, I think that's the best that I can do when it comes to having a chat box inside this screen. It's smaller than that, so it doesn't take up too much real estate. Okay. Sorry if I'm talking to myself. All right. So, because in John, should have specified. Okay. Oh yeah. Hmm. Chamonix, Mont Blanc. Wow. Then that the place you stay, Pascal, sounds so good. Yeah. Right. South Africa is getting worse, kind of. Yeah. Hmm. What? 5 degrees at this time of the year, Brian? 6 degree. What is happening? Yeah, something is wrong. I'm telling you. It shouldn't be 6 degree and 5 degree. No, I'm not heading for the ice age. Hi, Josu. In Ireland. With your daughter and your dog. Hey. No, Pascal, I do not know NSC. Is it a place in France? Is it nice? Hmm. It's windy too, Kenneth. Yeah. England. Yes, Def Left. It's never cold in Singapore. Never, never. Even when it rains for days, it's like slightly chilly. You know, it's like the coldest we got is 24 degrees centigrade. That's the coldest that we ever had. And that was last year, around November, December. That's as cold as you can get, right? Half the time, every day, is like 34, 35, 36, maybe 32. Yeah. It was snowing. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Gwentler. Thank you, Gwenta. I'm going to sleep soon. Yeah. Maloka. Ooh. Hey guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Just one last question. Just help me out. Can you see the chat box on the main screen? If you can, just let me know. Is it clear? Can you actually see you guys? Can you see the chat that is coming out there? Is it clear? Is this better? Is this like, you know, I shift it on the other side? Is this better? Shift it on the other side. So okay, good, cool. Thank you guys. Okay, Ian, is this okay? Is this better? So they are not blocking the Vox M, because the Vox M looks really good. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yes, Singapore is clean, super clean. Come visit, come visit. I'll take you out for coffee. Am I a fan of ACDC? Yes, I am. I'm a fan. Not a crazy fan, but just a fan. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Yep. I'll see you guys. You guys take care. Please take care of yourself. Again, a gentle reminder. Wear a mask. Please wear a mask when you go out. Okay? Night. Ciao. God bless you.